Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all good. In today's video I have a BTArt Box demo and a tutorial to share with you all. If you've watched my channel you will know that I absolutely love the BTArt Box press-on nail system. They are a 3-in-1 gel nail tip and they just apply absolutely beautifully. So these are one of their more recent launches. These are their Ombre tips. So these are brilliant because they're pre-designed with the ombre effect, so it makes ombre nails an absolute doddle to do. So BTArt Box very kindly sent me 2 packs of the ombre tips as well as the gel kit that you apply them with, because you do apply these with a gel. You can also apply them with a nail glue though. BTArt Box also do recommend applying a builder gel layer over the top and a top coat, so they sent me a bottle of that as well. You would have seen from my previous videos that I've used this combination with the builder gel over the top before, and I highly recommend it because it doesn't feel as though you're wearing press-on nail tips when you're wearing these. It feels as though you are wearing a proper gel extension. So I'm going to apply these with the gel glue that they sent me here on 4 of the nails, and then on my thumbnail towards the end of the video I'm going to show you guys how I apply it with the BTArt Box solid gel glue, because that is what I normally use and that is one of my preferred, or it's actually one of my absolute favorite products from BTArt Box. Now I do have a discount code which I will leave on screen and in the comments in the description box below, so do check that out if you're looking to place an order, because it will get you 10% off. So let's take a look at these tips. So these are the short almond ombres in the peach shade. These are also available in pink as well if you prefer a more pink base. I love that these are available in different shades as well as different sizes. So here we also have the short square. Now when it comes to choosing these, I decided to go for short because a lot of the time on my channel you would have seen that I've demoed the medium length and the extra long length, so I thought it would be good to give short a try. And because for everyday wear I find the short ones, I find having short nails a lot easier to get on with. So anyway, let's jump into application, and I'm sure we will talk about the products more as we go through the video. Now these are designed to be a DIY at home professional looking manicure, but I still would recommend prepping your nails as best as you can. So I'm going to go in with a cuticle scraper. Now I haven't done my nails in a very long while. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I've had a lot going on the last couple of months and my nails have taken a little bit of neglect, so I haven't actually done much prep or cuticle care to my nails. So I'm coming in with a scraper first of all and removing any stubborn cuticle that's growing up the nail plate. The better you prep, the better these nails are going to last on your nails. If you get rid of all of that cuticle and dead skin that's growing up the nails, they're going to adhere absolutely beautifully. So I'm coming in with my K&S scraper to begin with and just pushing off all of that cuticle that's grown up the nail plate, and then using the angled side of this to just remove it completely. And then that's kind of removed a lot of that product, but then the living tissue that's around the edge of the nail plate, I'm going to come in with a cuticle pusher and push all of that back so that we're exposing as much of that nail plate as possible. So this particular cuticle pusher, this isn't at this stage, we're not removing anything, we're just pushing everything back. Then I'm going to come in with my cuticle nippers and nip off any excess cuticle that I want to remove. This one is kind of personal preference, and I don't think I'd necessarily recommend doing this unless you've had a bit of practice. It's not necessarily a DIY step. However, the cuticle nippers are super sharp, so if you are using them and you are new, or if you're doing your own nails at home, just be very careful with them. But this step is optional, especially for the BTArt Box tips. You do not need to go in and nip away cuticle. They're gonna still apply beautifully if you push the cuticles back, is the point I was trying to make. Then I'm very gently going to come in and remove the shine from my natural nails using a 180 grit buffer. So here I'm just doing this, I'm going in different directions on the nail. You want to avoid going in the same direction over and over, as this is going to start filing into the nail or buffing into the nail. All we want to do is very gently remove the shine, because gel products always adhere a lot better if they're going on to a matte rather than shiny surface. So I'm just very gently buffing the surface of the nails. My nails they already are quite short, so I didn't really bother filing down any of the length because these are full coverage, these particular design, so you're not going to see any of that natural nail underneath anyway. Then we're going to come in and just take a little bit of alcohol to cleanse and dehydrate the nail plate, ready for applying our tips. So I'm just giving this a really good scrub using a little bit of alcohol on a lint-free pad, and then we're going to size up our tips. So I decided that we would use the square in today's video, but once I have finished wearing these, I'm definitely going to do a set with the almond, because almond is normally my preferred shape to wear, but I wanted to step outside that comfort zone a little bit and go for square today. So I'm going to size up these, and I find these really easy to size up because you get so many in the pack. I will double check how many it is and I'll pop a little note in the description box below, but you can see there's so many on this sheet. I think it's around 160 in the pack, so there's loads of sizes to choose from. So I just like to line it up on my nail, make sure that it is fitting nicely from side to side. Never go for too small. You are better off going for too big, and then you can file the sides slightly if you need to, but I find where there's a really good variety of sizes, you don't normally need to do that. Another product that I would highly recommend is the BTArt Box primer and the little BTArt Box lamp. I use this for flash curing the nails into place before fully curing them in my main LED light, but if you prefer, you can just fully cure them for 60 seconds in this little mini light. So I'm going to go in and apply my primer to all of the nails, and then we're going to come in and apply our tips. So here is the gel glue that I showed you guys at the start of the video, and this is a thin consistency gel. So you want to paint on a small amount of this onto the inside of the tip, enough so that it's going to cover your nail plate. This step can be a little bit fiddly to get used to if you are new to doing your own nails, because it can be a little bit fiddly working out exactly how much gel you want to use. Too little and they may not stick on properly, and too much you're going to have it seeping out the sidewalls. So it can be a little bit of an experiment. If you do get any seeping out the sidewalls, just clean it up with a little bit of alcohol before curing. So I flash cured that for 10 to 15 seconds, and then I'm just cleaning around the nail, as I did have a little bit of gel that seeped as I went under the light, but where we've only flash cured it, it's easily removed, and then I will pop the nail in for a full 60-second cure in my main light. So I'm going to come in again, apply a small amount of gel, just painting this into the where you know your natural nail is going to hit that tip, and then we're just going to place it down at the cuticle, a little bit away from the cuticle, and then I like to just push towards my cuticle and line it up. As you can see there, my glove got stuck underneath and I pulled the tip off. So we're just placing it back down. I'm just making sure that everything is nice and snugly fit. I'm making sure there's no gel seeping out underneath. If you apply too much pressure, all that gel is just going to splat out of the nail. So you want to apply it in just a nice gentle pressure so that that nail tip is making good contact with your natural nail. And then again, I always do a little bit of a wipe just to get rid of any seepage before popping it in my main lamp to cure for 60 seconds. So then we're just going to repeat that step on these two nails, and then like I said, I'm going to apply the thumbnail, I'm going to apply the same tips, but I'm going to use the BTArt Box solid glue gel for them. Now, if you go onto the BTArt Box website, they have so many different tips and gel products to choose from, so you can find what works best for you. Some people prefer applying these with a regular nail glue. Some people obviously prefer the gel glue in the bottle that's here because it's a thinner consistency, but like I said, my personal preference is the solid glue gel, and I do believe they've now got a version of that out in a tub, which I'm really excited to try as well. I just find with the solid glue gel, I get less seepage and it holds in place a little bit easier when you are getting that nail tip under the light. So like I said, I flash cured all of these for 10 seconds and then I popped them in my main light for a full 60-second cure just to make sure everything was fully cured. And as you can see here, these are on super strong. They're not going anywhere. Before we jump in to apply my thumbnail, I'm really quickly just going to take a 180 grit, I think it's 180 or 150 grit file, and just very gently file off the little edges from where you've pulled they're like little tabs from where you've pulled them off the strip. You want to be careful, just file these off gently, they file off super easily. If you wanted to, you could come in and file the shape if you wanted to change the shape a little bit. I personally loved how they looked. They have a more squoval rather than square look, but I felt as though it really worked with the short natural look to them. Another thing that I do like to do, which isn't necessary, it's more of an optional step, but I feel as though it really takes these from looking like a DIY manicure to a more professional manicure, and that's taking my 180 grit buffer and just very gently buffing around that cuticle area. This thins out the tip ever so slightly and blends it in, and again it also gets rid of any gel that might have seeped on to that nail tip. You don't want to over file or over buff the pre-designed tips because you will remove that design. So you don't want to sort of go in with your file because you'll remove the ombre effect. So this is the solid gel glue that I mentioned. I have a couple of tubes of these. Please ignore the mess of it. This is one that I've been using for a while, but this stuff is incredible. I use this for any kind of press on nails, whether it's BTArt Box or plain clear BTArt Box press on nail tips, not necessarily pre-designed ones. So you just apply a small amount of it into the well of the nail rather than painting it up the entire tip, and then I just line it up at the cuticle area and gently start pressing it down, and that gel is going to flow up the nail and it just grabs on to the natural nail a little bit easier and holds it in place whilst you get that nail under the light to cure. Again, I just do a 10 to 15 second flash cure in this little lamp because I've already got a main curing lamp, so then I'll pop it in my main curing lamp to cure for 60 seconds. Now, if you are just starting out in doing your nails at home, you might not necessarily have a larger LED lamp to cure your nails in, so you can just stick with the little BTArt Box one. Like I said though, just make sure you're giving each nail a full 60 seconds. I just find it a lot easier to put it in my larger lamp and cure the whole hand for 60 seconds, as obviously it can speed up the time. Now, the great thing about the BTArt Box X-Coat tips is the fact that they are reinforced with a layer of builder gel. So you can purchase these as a kit, and if you purchase it as a kit, you get your tips, the light, the gel to apply them with, and then your builder gel and a top coat kit. However, you can also buy those kits separately as well. So once you've bought the first kit, you're probably going to have loads of applications left in the builder gel and the top coat, but you might want to just purchase some more tips. So it's great that everything is also available separately as well. So with the builder gel, you want to come over and apply a thin coat of this to the entire nail. It is like a regular builder gel in a bottle. It is a little bit of a thicker consistency to say a gel polish or a top coat. So you just want to apply this over the entire nail, and I like to cap the free edge as well, as this is going to minimize any chipping to the design or any chipping at the tip of the nail, because a lot of the time if you're quite heavy on your nails, this is where you're going to get chipping right at the very tips of the nails. So by capping the free edge, by just gently running your brush along it, you're giving it a little bit of extra strength. Now, I genuinely find these are very easy to use. So if you are someone who hasn't necessarily done your nails before, but you're looking for a quick and easy and affordable way to do your nails at home, I would highly recommend checking these out. So once we have cured that layer of builder gel for 60 seconds, you're going to want to come in and apply your layer of top coat. So the builder gel will leave an ever so slightly tacky finish, whereas when you come in and apply your layer of top coat, this cures and leaves a no wipe finish. So there's no tackiness. This set is complete. So again, I'm going to apply a thin coat of this to the entire nails, capping that free edge. Now you will feel and you will see that the top coat has a slightly thinner consistency to the builder gel. So you just want to come in, cover that entire nail, be really careful that you're not hitting any skin or cuticles. As with any gel products, if you do happen to get any on the skin or cuticles, you want to remove this with a little bit of alcohol or acetone before curing the product. Of course, you want to make sure as best as you can to avoid getting any product on the skin or cuticles, but sometimes it does happen. So just make sure to wipe it off before curing. So once I had finished applying that top coat, I popped these in for 60 seconds, and I absolutely love the shine that this top coat gives off. But overall, I really loved how cute this set of nails looked. The size and the shape are very natural looking, and then again with that ombre effect, it's giving a really nice natural vibe. And I felt as though these are, like I mentioned at the start of the video, these are the peach. They suited my skin tone really well, I felt, but I do want to try the pink ones as well. So I'm hopefully going to have more to show you guys on the channel. If you've not watched any of my previous BTArt Box videos, or if you want to see what other tips and applications there are available, then I will link the BTArt Box playlist that I've put together in the description box below, so do check that out as well. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and I shall hopefully see you all again in the next one. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.